Hey everyone, it's Imani and I hope you guys are having a poppin' day. So today we're going to be talking about Fidm and is fashion school worth it? So I'm going to start off with the backstory. So basically, I graduated from UC Davis. I did a bachelor's degree. I majored in gender sexuality and women's studies with a minor in theater and dance. So I ended up doing only a one-year program at Fidm. To me, that was a good move because not only did it make it a lot more affordable because I only had to go there for 1 year. I also still got to experience UC Davis. I still got to experience being in a sorority, being in sports, being in clubs, and just the whole college experience. So I'm glad that I did go and get my undergrad from Davis, and I'm glad I did go to a traditional college before I went to Fidm. So that was just kind of my experience. So I did end up doing the 1-year program at Fidm, and I did get an AA. My degree from Fidm is in merchandising and marketing, and that is one of the more popular degrees from Fidm. If you guys don't know what Fidm is, it is the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. I went to the LA campus, which is the main campus, and like I said, I went there for a year. So that's kind of just like the gist of everything, the background. I am an alumni, so I have been graduated for about a year now, and I do work a full-time job, so that's just a little bit of background. And now I'm going to get into the main question: is fashion school worth it? Is Fidm worth going to? And in the short answer, I think it's different for everyone. For me, yes, it was so worth it because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I want to own my own business, a gender neutral clothing line. That's what I want to do in the future. So for me, I felt like it was so important to go to fashion school and get that experience. And it was always a dream of mine to go to Fidm. And if I could have gone for all 4 years, I would have. But the thing is, it was just way too expensive. And I'm also just glad that I did get the traditional college experience. So you might be wondering what the day-to-day life of a Fidm student was. The day was pretty long. For example, most of the times, I had 4 days of school a week, and most of the time, I was in school all day. But you only had each class once a week, and each class was about 3 hours long. So it was completely different from Davis. Davis, we would maybe have an hour class, 2-hour class max, but at Fidm all the classes are minimum 3 hours, so it's really long. So that was something to get adjusted to. I also did my 1-year program in 3 quarters, so that was another thing. For me, I was able to do it, so I did have to take a certain amount of classes each quarter. That's another thing, is your schedule is pretty strict. You're not able, at Davis, I was able just to pick whatever classes I wanted to take. If I wanted to take, I literally took a walking class at Davis. I was able to take whatever classes I wanted to. At Fidm, it's very you have to, especially because I was in a 1-year program, you have to take each class when you're supposed to take it. You can't really mix it around that much. So for me, that wasn't too bad. I was able to really get the schedule down and everything within the first quarter. So yeah, that was kind of just schedule wise. So I'm going to talk about the education wise. I feel everything I learned in Fidm was so amazing. Honestly, I love my experience there. I almost wish I went there for a longer amount of time, but everything I did there, I really enjoyed. For example, my teachers were so amazing. I literally have some teachers that really impacted how I think of fashion, how I think about the industry, how I think about everything. I had this one teacher who, she gave this kind of speech before she gave us our final, and I'll never forget what she said. And she was just basically talking about how fashion is important, and what we do also changes lives in a different way. And so it was just so inspiring. And I also had this textiles teacher, and I learned about every single textile and fiber and fabric and everything, and it was just so interesting. I just learned so much. I learned so much about marketing, like so much how I know about marketing and rebranding, and all that came from like Fidm. So I feel like to me it was definitely worth the money, and I definitely, like for me personally, it was worth it because I really did learn so much. Like I really felt like I got my money's worth. Another thing is the connections. Like I, for example, got to work at the Grammys after party. I got to work at LA Fashion, or I didn't work at LA Fashion Week. I got to go to LA Fashion Week and sit in the front row. I got to go to like all these like little events, free drinks, free foods. There was so many networking events, so many events that I would get to go to in LA. Like on a random like Thursday, we'd be going to like a Red Bull collaboration with Fidm, or like there was like a Unique Glow collaboration with Fidm, and it was just, there was so many opportunities. And I feel like a lot of the people that I still talk, like I still connect with, or like people in my class and stuff. I also went to school while Amanda Bynes was there. She graduated the same time I did. She was literally at the graduation. And yeah, so I mean, my Fidm experience was really good for the most part. The price is really expensive. I did have to take out loans to live in LA, to go to Fidm, and that's something that I had to personally decide. Like for me, I think that's where it's kind of hard, because it's like most of the time people do have to take out loans, and you have to decide like, is it worth it? For me personally, I'll be honest, like for me it was worth it, because I know it's helped me kind of jumpstart my business and brainstorm and learn different things. So I'm extremely, thankful for the experience, and I'm so glad I got to go. Also, another thing about the actual classes, it is very project based, and it is very group project based. Like you work a lot in groups, you work a lot on projects. Like it's a lot of stuff that you do in the industry too. Like for example, like I was sitting in on a meeting, and they were just talking about numbers and talking about things, and like I like just understood, like just because I went to Fidm and I like they talked about it in your classes. So I feel like they really do prep you for the fashion industry, the makeup industry, just even the corporate America. There was also a lot of like job opportunities. Like I got my little like retail job from Fidm. So like I said, there is a lot of different opportunities. There's also like a lot of different like meetings and stuff. There's just so many different things, like job fairs that they had, and I feel like it was such a good experience, and I really did enjoy my time there. The price was the only thing that's like a lot of people's concerns, but to me it is a real education. You learn everything you're gonna have to do basically in the field, or a lot of this stuff, and it's a good kind of jump start. And we also had classes that did kind of help us brainstorm, like if we did want to run our own brand and different things like that. So I felt like I did get a really good education from it and a really good experience overall from it. And it's something that I really, did enjoy. And so to me, when people ask like, is it worth it to go? Like for me, it was worth it, but I understand who it wouldn't be worth it for. For example, it wouldn't be worth it for the person who wants the full college experience. It wouldn't be worth it for the person who maybe is right out of college or right out of high school and they don't know what they want to do. They just want to do something kind of ambiguous in fashion, because it's so difficult to switch your major. Like at Davis, I switched my major like once, but it was like in the middle of my time there. At Fidm, it is so difficult to switch your major. Like I know people who did, but usually they were there for 4 years or more. And to me, it is it's a very high-paced class. Like I go to UC Davis, and the classes at Fidm, were difficult. Like it wasn't easy, it wasn't simple. So to me, and a lot of it was math-based. That was another thing. People think you're only taking certain classes. Like I had to take a math class, I had to take, a lot of my buying classes related to math, a lot of my a lot of the jobs relate to math. So a lot of our classes related to math, related to accounting, related to different things. We had to know how to do Excel. Like there's so many systems that we learned how to do, and I just really felt like I did get a good education, and I just really enjoyed my time at Fidm, and so that's why I kind of wanted to like make a video, since I am an alumni and it is like around been a year, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it a little bit. And I had a good time there. I made friends, I made connections, more importantly, and it was an overall good experience. And like I said, oh, also, like, sometimes the guest speakers, like, I don't know, I've just met so many people through all of it, and it was just an overall really good experience. And just even the interviews that I was able to have access to, because there is like a portal where you can apply for jobs, and it's only Fidm students and stuff. And so there's just a lot of like opportunities that they give you, which I really appreciate, because, you know, you do pay the money. So I'm glad that they offer that, because it makes it worth it, you know? Also, another random thing, you don't have to pay for like textbooks and stuff. Like, everything is included in the tuition. It is extremely expensive, but you don't have to pay for like extra textbooks. Just the whole way the school is set up is completely different from like any other school I've ever been to, but it is a really unique experience. And if you are in love with fashion, if you know exactly what you want to do, I think this would be a really good option. A lot of students, you know, go there with parents' money to blow. And like I said, know what you want to do. And if you do have to take out a loan, a lot of people do, but that is completely your decision. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.